Hey y'all, how y'all doing out there in Boozin Food Land? I hope everything is great with you as everything is with me. I've been away for a little while taking care of my health, but it's all good. And guess what, y'all? I'm a little bit hungry. So we're gonna get in this kitchen and cook up a little something today, and hopefully it'll add a little peak to your day. Okay, y'all, let's get over here on this counter and see what we're gonna be cooking up for you today, all right? Y'all, are we ready to eat or are we ready to eat? Today we're going to be in this kitchen putting together this blooming beer onion with a little bit of dipping sauce to go to it. Y'all, it's crunchy, it's delicious, it's spiced just right, and y'all, we gonna eat it just right, okay? So let's get on over here on this counter and get this onion cut right so we can get this batter put on it and be eating this blooming beer onion in no time, okay? Let's get this blooming onion going. We're gonna start by cutting off the head of the onion up here, okay? And this is a pretty nice size onion that I have. You see how it pretty much covers my hand, and I have large hands. But let's go ahead and get this top part cut off here. Just to create a flat surface here. About like so, okay? And now, what we're gonna do is go ahead and peel it, peel the outer layer off. Looks like this onion tried to have a spot on it, but it doesn't, it's good. So just peel it off. I'm peeling off a layer that I really didn't want off, but it's all good. Okay, so there. Got that. And now down here at the root, we're going to be careful with that. And I'm just going to trim it just a little bit. Just like that. Okay, yeah. It's kind of a wobbly sit, so I kind of want to even it out, but not really cut into my onion. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, now, there's a couple of ways that you can do this cutting part of the onion, because we're gonna have to cut it into fours first. Now, I choose to turn mine over like this and cut the little slits into it. But some people say they're heavy-handed and they're afraid they might cut all the way through, and that you cannot do because you cannot disturb this root area down here. So let me just show you something that I've seen some people do. They get something like a lid, and this is just the old part of a hamburger meat presser. They put it in like this, and then they cut down, and that keeps them from cutting all the way to the bottom of the onion. But my way is I turn it just on the flat side, and I just cut, and I leave a little space from this root, and I'm just gonna cut down like so. And I'm doing this into fourths first. Okay, I want to keep it pretty even there. There we go. So I got my fourths. Now, in each fourth, I want to cut 3 slits, okay? And this is creating these petals for this onion, this blooming onion. I'd call it a boozing onion. See, I'm up here talking, and I already cut it a little too wide over here, but that's okay. See, I got it in. And I'm gonna go to my next fourth section and cut 3 slits over there rather. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, making me cry here. Should run some cold water on that. They say that helps with those fumes that come out that cause the tears. So we're gonna go 3 here. So when you finish cutting all your slits there, you're gonna turn it over, and you have something sort of like this, and this in the middle. And if you see you didn't go in far enough, yes I did, yeah I did. So I'm gonna pull it back, and some people try to remove that core out the center of that onion, but I don't know if I get that pedantic with it, because I might want to fry that and eat it. But what I'm doing here is I'm separating these petals, and if you don't go in far enough, you know, you might catch a few problems in there when you're trying to separate. But at any rate, I'm going to keep from going to the bottom. So here we go. Okay, so we got these petals kind of out here. Now we got this core in the center here. Now what some people do, some people don't cut the core out at all, but some people, before they even start to separate the onion by cutting the slits, they cut this core out at this point before they start cutting it down. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on and remove some of this core right here and use my paring knife to kind of get this core out of here. And it's going to go around. Make sure you got a pretty sharp knife that you're working with. Woo, these films getting to me, y'all. Yeah. So, let me shake it out. Whoops. Yep. A little bit more of it out. It really starts to resemble the blossom, you can see. All right. So there, I got the core down like I wanted. So your onion, oops, is pretty much looking like this at this point, okay? So now we're gonna get our dry and wet mixture together. Now we're gonna get this flour seasoned up for that little onion. Don't be hiding back there, my little pretty blossom right there. Okay, so what I have in this bowl right here, I have 3/4 cups of just a little all-purpose flour here. Now, I'm gonna put Tony's Accessories in there. Now, this flour, you can actually season it up according to what you like, but I love Tony's Accessories in certain things. So I'm gonna put about a good teaspoon of it in there, a little better. Now, watch what I do. Tony's Accessories has a lot of different stuff in it, y'all. Y'all already know that. And so some of the stuff I'm putting in here now is kind of duplicated, but the reason I do that is because anytime I use seasoned flour or seasoned cornmeal to do something with, I kind of over season a little bit, because y'all know when you're doing flour to put on something, the flour takes the seasoning where it wants to go, and the season doesn't always land right there. So kind of juice it up a little bit. So this is a little bit of cayenne pepper. I know some is already in the Tony's Accessories, but that's okay. And a little paprika. The paprika, this is a teaspoon of paprika that I'm putting in there, and that was about a half a teaspoon of cayenne that I'm putting in there. I can do 2 teaspoons of paprika because that's adding to the color of that blossom onion. And Tony's Accessories has black pepper in it, but I'm gonna put just a little bit more because I like black pepper. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more garlic in there like that. So I did a teaspoon of garlic, I did a teaspoon of paprika, a half a teaspoon of cayenne, about a teaspoon of black pepper, and I eyeballed the Tony's Accessories. And these are just the seasonings I chose to get this flour going to this dry mixture, because this is gonna dry that onion out a little bit for us to get ready to fry it, okay? So that's our dry mixture. Now let's get our wet mixture going. So now we're ready for the wet mixture. I already put 3/4 cups of flour into my bowl, and I'm gonna add to that, let's see, a teaspoon of garlic powder here. Okay, and then I need 2.5 teaspoons of cornstarch. You know, cornstarch gives stuff that crunch, and you see they some heaping little spoons there. So that's my cornstarch. I'm gonna put some paprika, in there, and I'm gonna put I'm gonna do a teaspoon of paprika in there. You know, it won't overpower your taste like that, so it's okay to do what you need to do with that. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is put my beer in here. But before I put my beer in there, let me put some black pepper in there. No, I told you I love black pepper. Put a little bit more black pepper in there. And I still gonna come with this Tony Szechuan because, you know, sometimes these people have these seasonings, even though you double dipping on some things, they put some other stuff in there that you don't even think to put in an all seasoning. So I'm gonna put a little bit more of that in there, and that's my salt content too. So in case somebody's saying, you know, ain't no salt in there, but you can put a little bit more salt in there to your taste if that's what you need to do. And I'm just gonna sprinkle just a little bit more cayenne pepper in there. I'm not gonna really put much of this in here because I got some in my dry ingredients, and I don't want to make anything that's so hot and spicy I can't even enjoy it. So these are all of my dry ingredients in there. And now, let's see, I'm gonna put some beer in here. And I'm starting with 5 ounces of beer because there is a certain consistency that we're looking for here. So, and this just a little, let me show you. This is just a little Michelob that I got there. So Michelob Ultra. And so we're gonna, come on, it's 5 ounces. And we're gonna add to this as we need to, because there is a certain consistency, you know, like I said, that I'm looking for, because this is our batter for that onion. And that's way too thick. You see that? That's too thick. So we're gonna come through. I was trying to keep it in the measuring. That's about another ½ ounce. So let's say we probably at 6 ounces by now. And this whole bottle holds. We got the alcohol amount in there, but not, 12 ounces. It's 12 ounces in there. Okay. They quick to tell you how much alcohol in there. Make sure you just don't be boozing drunk out there, just boozing crazy, you know. So let's get a little bit more in there, because that's not what I'm looking for just yet. Oops. Okay. Y'all know it's gonna be boozing now. You already know we gonna have the booze just right. Look at that. That's pretty much where we want to go with it. Y'all see that? Boom. Okay, now let's get our onion ready to put some dry ingredients on it so that this wet mixture can really adhere to it. And then we're going to get that oil going too on the stove, so we'll be ready to put it in that hot oil after we get it all set up here. Now we're going to take this onion and we're going to put it in the flour. Kind of get your petals separated there, you know. Yeah. And we're going to take this flour and we're going to get it all into that onion. Make sure you get it between all those petals. Not as best you can, but get it in there, you know. Because I mean, you're putting in the work, but it's so well worth it. So get it in there. Go around, I'm separating these petals out so that I can make sure that I got dry ingredients all the way through. And you know, some people double dip their onions. I don't. I just kind of do it this way and put it in the batter, and we going on the fry, you know, because there's already enough calories in there, you know, without adding more to it, the way I see it, you know. But, you know, to each his own, to each his own. So you can come back in this flour again if you desire, and they give you more of that crunchiness on there, or just do it this one time like I'm doing here. I think I got it pretty much in there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it, oops, be gentle with it. You don't want to disturb those petals on this blossom too much. and pat it out a little bit like so. See how your petals are kind of spreading out there for you? Yeah, they'll cooperate. They'll cooperate. Now, oops, be gentle, be gentle. Okay, so we can get that dry out the way, and we're gonna come through here now with our wet ingredients. So I'm gonna put it down into the wet. All right, and then it's gonna be a little messy, you know, but it's worth it. That's why they charge so much for it in those restaurants, because they know, you know, what they went through to get that out there to you. So yeah. And I flip it over now. I'm gonna flip it back over this way, keeping my petals together. And then I'm gonna start separating out. Let me get in a paper towel here. Dripping all over the place. Now I wanna get my spoon and start coming between these petals like so. Honey, that beer smells good up and whoo! Oh, that beer smells good. And you know, of course, you can make this without the beer. You just use a little milk in there. Ooh, but the beer, the booze, ooh, honey. Okay. So, and it's really adhering in here. It's really cooperating well. When you do this well, it cooperates with you. Just take your time and go on around, because the time that you spend on it now is so worth it once you get it on that plate. I'm gonna open this up a little bit, and I think I have done, yeah, give it what you owe it right now. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's good and ready for this hot oil. But now I gotta get it out of this mixture, and I'm gonna put it on my plate. Okay, so you're gonna take him, turn him upside down, and let some of this drain off. And go to our plate. Oops, okay. So now, she's ready for the oil. Look at that mess. Okay, we're going over to the stove now to go into the oil. What I want to do is make sure that my oil is ready. Oops, drop a little bit of this batter down in there. Oh yeah, she's ready. All right, so let's get our little blossom down in there. And I'm going to use this little doohickey here, this little basket, to help me get it down in there. And you want to put her in there, florets up. So there she goes. And while she's in there, I want to start kind of spreading her little petals out a little bit to make sure it's, you know, blooming. Look like that blooming thing. Don't manipulate it too much, because you don't want to get your crunchy stuff out. But just kind of press it out a little bit, and I'm going to use this to kind of help me. All right. So that should bloom for us. Okay. Okay, so now y'all, it's browned on that side about 2 minutes, a little bit better. And then I'm going to take it, and I need to flip it over so the top side of it can brown. So we just move carefully with it so you don't get burnt. And then we're going to go about 2 minutes on that side too. And I'll crunch it up. Now while that onion is over there cooking up, I got my stuff here ready for this sauce, okay? So I got, on this side, I got some Greek yogurt, and on this side, I got some mayo. I think you can see the difference between the two. So just a little mayo and a little Greek yogurt. Now into that, we boozing all the way, y'all. I'm gonna put a little bit of this American honey and a little wild turkey whiskey in there. So we're gonna go, then I'm gonna put a full teaspoon in there. Yeah, that's a little bit more than a full teaspoon. Yeah. And if you don't want to put this, put your alcohol in there, you can just use lemon juice. Okay. Now I'm gonna put about a half teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Oops, that's too much. I don't want that much in there, so I'm gonna pour a little bit of that out. I only want to have about like that. We don't want it overpowering our sauce there. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a squirt of ketchup, which, let me see. I'm gonna try to measure it out here for you. It's gonna come to two. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of ketchup there. All right. Now, this is a little prepared horseradish here, and I'm gonna put. I don't want to put too much of that in there either. So I'm gonna go with about a half a teaspoon there. I don't want it overpowering anything either. I want everybody to play nicely in this little sauce. So now I'm gonna put me some paprika in there, and I'm using this is a little less than half a teaspoon of that, half a teaspoon of garlic in there, and I'm gonna shake a little of this cayenne because I don't want it showing out in there either. And then I'm gonna stir this up. And it's sort of like you're making it like a little remoulade kind of. Taste your stuff. I want a little ton of sesame in there. I can taste a little mayonnaise and I want to taste it. Perfect. Okay, y'all, so it's about time for our onion to come out. Let me make sure she's brown. Yeah, she's ready. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to carefully do this to get her out. I'm going to drain just a little bit over that oil. Y'all, this is going to be some good eating, y'all. All right, so now what I want to do, I got me some paper towels over here, and I want it to drain just like this on the paper towels for just a few minutes. Well, y'all, we got it done in record time because I am some kind of hungry, I tell y'all. But first, I want to thank y'all so much for joining me in this Boozin food kitchen where you know we always gonna keep it boozing. And honey, this little blooming beer-battered onion is everything, honey. So I'm gonna go on and get out y'all hair so y'all can get it started. Give it a try. First time, it may not come out perfect because I think this is probably been my third or fourth time doing this, and the first time I tell you, it was a little gummy, you know, but today is not, so I'm gonna go on and get out to hair, y'all, and y'all have a great day, and I'm gonna reach over here, because I've been pinching off this little onion, for the longest, but I'm gonna put it in a little sauce over here, y'all. I'm gonna take it, y'all. When I tell you it's good, believe me what I say. One more time.